she's there, and we know what happens. Eventually, things happen. Seriously, I mean, I speak to so many different people, and I know so many different scenarios, but things happen. Islam takes the preventative measure. Block the means to the evil before you even get close to that evil. The woman goes to work, she's at home. I mean, remember marriage, and I might talk about marriage a bit at the end, but remember there are marriage is a trial in itself. There are responsibilities in a marriage. You can't, it's not going to be like, how you thought it was going to be, because there are struggles. And she goes work, and then she maybe at workplace she's working, and she looks at a man, and she's like some boss or someone, and says, I wish my husband smiled. He smiles really good. Things like that come. And the husband, he's working, and maybe the husband, he's more guilty of this. He's working in an environment with a lot of females, and wow, I wish my wife had a figure like this. They think like that. Look, this is a human nature, remember. And that's the worst thing for a human being to do. Some people have this illness. I call this an illness. I don't know, there might be a medical term for it, I don't know. But it's an illness. You know what this illness is? Always looking at other people. I wish I was like that, or I wish my wife was like her, or I wish, my something was like that person's something. Every time looking at other people, that's a disease, it's going to lead you to maybe depression. I know people who are depressed. Don't look at the things of other people. Islam says when it comes to worldly matters, look at people below you. You don't have a car, look at people who can't even walk, who don't have legs, at least you're walking. If you have certain amount of money, look at the poor people in certain parts of the world where they don't have even a day's food. In worldly matters, look at people below you. Yeah, in Islamic matters, look at people above you. If you're just doing 5-time prayers, think about people who wake up for Qiyamul Layl and Salat al-Tahajjud every night. So in Islamic matters, we should look at the people of others. So Islam takes the preventative measure, block the means to the evil, and it's our responsibility that we block the means to an evil before we even smell that evil, we even can come close to it. We have to take those means. The first thing I mentioned, if you remember, I'm going to ask you this. First thing is that we have to make our relationship with Allah strong. After we do that, what are the means? Okay, the means and the rules which Islam has laid in terms of gender interaction. There's quite a few things here, but I just made these few points. Certain things which are very important in Islam in terms of blocking the means to an evil. Right? These are very, very important. I actually wrote a very detailed article on this topic, but these are just bullet points. Between a man and a woman who are not related, who are not mahram to one another, something that is absolutely, categorically, decisively prohibited in Sharia, in Islam. There's no two opinions about this. Remember, most of the things I want to talk to you about, it's some agreed upon. I don't normally talk in public lectures about things that are not disagreed upon, because disagreed upon issues, whenever it's discussion, it's not a problem. And people can differ and have two opinions, it's not a problem. But these are issues that are completely agreed upon. The prohibition of a man and a woman who are not related to one another being alone in seclusion, in isolation, what we call khalwa. Now you at the university, I don't know if you get into those scenarios, but it's absolutely, categorically, decisively forbidden from the Quran and Sunnah. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا يخلون رجل بامرأة إلا كان ثالثهما الشيطان. A man and a woman are never alone in a room except the third person amongst them is shaitan, Satan, and he will eventually lead them astray. And many other hadith. لا يخلون رجل بامرأة. A man should not be alone. خلوة إياكم والدخول على النساء. Avoid being alone in seclusion, alone with someone from the opposite gender, the man and the woman. These are rules for both men and women. These are rules which I collectively call the rules of hijab. The problem is today, a lot of times people ask, is there hijab with this person, with that person? In Islam, hijab is a comprehensive word. Hijab is not a piece of cloth. Hijab is not one particular ruling. Hijab is a barrier, literally. حجب يحجب حجابا فهو حاجب وهو محجوب. It's just literally a barrier. Hajib is the one, the barrier. There's a hajib, the one who's being the barrier. Hijab is a barrier in the middle. Right now, this thing's a barrier between me and you. So you call this a hijab, a curtain. It's a hijab. It's not just what our sisters are wearing on their head. It's not just that. Right? This is what we need to understand. A lot of us, we fail to understand this. We think hijab, okay, we're talking about, yes, okay, normally in our customary understanding and language, we know it's not wrong to term, the headscarf as a hijab. Fine, you can. But it's just one part of a collection of rulings. There are a collection of rulings in regards to hijab. Okay? There are a collection of rulings. So the first of these collection of rulings is the prohibition of khalwa, the prohibition of being alone in seclusion. Being alone, being in seclusion, being in privacy. That's the means. You have to take that means. You have to ensure you are never in a situation, a brother, you are never in a situation. Right? That's if you want to avoid sins. You don't want to avoid sins. Then I don't know. Then probably you're at the wrong place. And I'm sure people have come here that we want to help ourselves. We want to have a life full of chastity, of protection and self-dignity and respect and modesty and haya. And I'm sure most people are like that here, if not all. So the first rule is you have to take the means. To the point that there are rules. The scholars actually discuss and debate the issues of work. Whether a person's, a doctor or a nurse, being with a patient, is it allowed, not allowed, how much allowed? This is all discussed. There are books and books on this topic, and the different councils of fiqh have discussed these issues in quite detail. But there are rules. We become lax. In a room, khalwa means being alone in an area, in a room, where the doors are locked or closed, or in other words, where a third person cannot easily enter. If you're alone somewhere, like in the corridor, there's brother from here, there's sister, you just stay in the corridor, but anybody can walk in anytime, go past. That's not khalwa. Khalwa is where, you go into one of the rooms and you lock it from inside and you're having a chat with the sister. Sisters, I want some advice, so the brother said, I'll give you advice. Some advice. Be very careful, sisters, from brothers giving you advice. Be very careful. Don't trust anyone. Honestly, I've come across so many situations because I interact with people on a regular basis, and seriously, there's great issues, a lot of issues. And then it's okay, I'll give you, one-to-one private nasiha. It's not allowed in Islam. If a brother wants to teach you one-to-one teaching, brother and sister, it's unlawful. It's unlawful. Okay, you want to teach sisters and you're really adamant teaching sisters, at least take 4 sisters. At least take 4 in one room and teach all of them together. If you start doing something, the other 3 will jump you. At least do that. But even that, you have to be, remember, you must be confident on your own self. That's why they say, istafti qalbak. Ask your own heart. وَالْإِثْمُ مَا حَاكَ فِي صَدْرِكَ وَكَرِهْتَ أَن يَطَّلِعَ عَلَيْهِ النَّاسِ. The Messenger ﷺ was asked the definition of a sin. A lot of times people ask, is this halal, is this haram, is this allowed, is this not allowed? Best definition. A sin is that which you feel guilty about in your heart, and you dislike that other people, meaning everyone, your parents, your father, your mother, your teachers, everyone, you dislike and you would hate that they come to know of it. That's the definition of a sin. Easy. We don't need to go and ask scholars, is this allowed, try to get a leeway, get some way out from it. Ask your own heart. You know for a fact. There are certain situations where you need to ask, of course. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask. You need to ask, of course. But many issues we know our own selves, whether it's permissible, right, correct, or incorrect to do. So be very careful. Block that means. Never be in a situation where you are alone with someone from the opposite gender, a sister with a brother or a brother with a sister. Ensure that you're not with someone with the opposite gender. It's very important. Number 2, from these collective rules of hijab, the rules, these are the injunctions, the laws of hijab from the Quran and Sunnah. Allah says in the Quran, Ya bani Adam, قَدْ أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكُمْ لِبَاسٍ يُوَارِي سَوْآتِكُمْ وَرِيشًا وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. The covering. Allah says that cover yourself modestly. أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكُمْ لِبَاسًا. We have given you clothing, libasa. What's the main objective? What's the main purpose? Why do we cover ourselves? Why do we just walk around naked? Right? What is the main objective? Allah says, The reverse, يواري سوآتكم.